Hey everyone, this is Dr. Brassfield with OptiZoom.com, where you can find and order everything you need for your optometric practice in one place. It's that easy. Now today I want to talk to you about factors affecting whether or not you should purchase a practice and what the value is. There are a lot of factors, both internal and external, that are going to affect the value of a practice. First, we're going to talk about internal. Number one, the better the practice reputation, the more you should be willing to pay for it. That's because a good reputation really is a good indicator on the efficiency of the office operations, including the staff's ability to offer high quality products and services. And it also tells you a lot about the patient satisfaction coming out of that clinic. Number two, revenue per patient and volume of patients has a high impact on the value. If you have an office that has a high revenue per patient and a lot of patients, that practice is going to be worth a lot more than one that doesn't. And number three, more efficient, more updated processes in office operations should make the practice more valuable, because having these procedures in place to make the patient experience the best it can possibly be will increase your staff productivity, and that's something most buyers are going to pay top dollar for. Lastly, newer equipment, new computer systems, new technology, and leasehold improvements that modernize the office are going to offer more of a turnkey operation that will add value to many buyers. However, when you're looking at all these things to determine whether or not you should buy a practice, the number one thing you want to look for is cash flow. So net operating income, cash is king, because let's face it, if the practice isn't making any money, why would you want to even invest in it? So trends that are specific to the practice you're looking at are also really important. Things like patient volume, ratio of new to existing patients, the ability to retain the old patients, the practice capture rate, how they're communicating with the patients, and all the referral sources that send patients to the office externally will also affect the desirability of the practice. So now we want to look at things external to the practice. So you want to look at the area in which the practice is located to provide you a lot of information about who's there now and what the future viability of the practice that you want to purchase is. Since a huge portion of what you're going to pay for is to secure the goodwill and obtain the active patient records, you want to have a really good idea of who lives and works in the area close by, and also who your competitors are. Remember, buying a practice, you want to look to see if you can grow the practice and increase the value. And by evaluating the current area, you can see if you can expand the patient base and have it increase over time, and whether or not there are factors that are going to support new growth that are present. So what you want to look at externally are things such as the economic climate, the employment rate, home prices, economic indicators, and big industries or companies that might be moving or shutting down in your area. Also, local demographic conditions. AOA recommends one optometrist per every 7,000 people. So how does that area you're looking at purchasing in measure up? Is there a lot of competition that's going to make your job harder, or not a lot where you're going to be able to thrive? Number three, the income level of the population is also really important, because that's going to help determine the type of services provided. If you want to have a concierge practice that has very high-end products and does no managed care services like dry eye or ortho-K, things like that, well, if the income level in your area is really low, you're probably not going to see a lot of those specializations realized. Additionally, you also want to look at the age of the population. This is going to help you determine more services to specialize in. For example, if you have an area with a lot of young families and kids, myopia control or vision therapy is something that is going to be a better choice than low vision. And then also you want to look at the growth rate of the city. If there's people moving to the city, chances are they're going to be looking for a new optometrist really soon. So that's a huge opportunity for the practice to acquire new patients. In conclusion, it's important to approach a practice purchase process from an analytical and really unbiased standpoint. You may really want that practice, but you need to take the time to fully gather all the data to understand how the business you're looking at thinking about buying actually operates. Then you want to start formulating what changes you want to make in order to grow and improve it and whether or not that's feasible. Doing this analysis is going to help you ensure you hit the ground running in your business that you purchased and give you invaluable insight on how to keep it running successfully for years to come. I hope you enjoyed today's practice management tip. Stay tuned for the next one to keep your optometry business at the top of its game. I'm Dr. Brassfield for Optozoom.com. Until next time.